Hola amigos, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Bennet and I'm a UK-based author of contemporary romance, children's picture books and non-fiction books for writers. I'm also a freelance developmental editor and a creative writing coach. And today I am wanting to talk to you about the secret to writing faster and more, at least according to Chris Fox's book, 5,000 words per hour. This video is part of a collaboration with some other AuthorTube friends. I'm going to be leaving a link to the playlist that I have made of all of our videos down in the description below, and I will also try to make sure that it is in the pinned comment. So, Chris Fox's book, 5,000 words per hour. This book is actually available to download for free on his website, which is completely amazing. And it is a great little book. It is exactly my kind of book because while he does share a few kind of personal anecdotes and little side notes, it gets straight to the point. In this book, Chris Fox talks about what he did to mean that he could write much faster than ever before, so that he was producing many more words and was able to publish a lot more books and do pretty well for himself, it appears. So he really takes the reader through step by step the things that he did, and gives suggestions of other things that maybe he doesn't use all of the time, but that could be useful for people. And it was a really interesting read. I'm not somebody who is ever going to write 5,000 words in an hour. And he does say that that's kind of the peak of what he writes. It's not that he's doing that kind of every hour on the hour. I'm naturally quite a slow writer, but especially with NaNoWriMo just around the corner again, I do want to make sure that I am making the most of the writing time that I have, so that it doesn't end up 1 o'clock in the morning like it does sometimes with me, trying to hit a particular word count for the day. So it was a useful read from that point of view. But what I was wanting to talk to you today about was one particular chapter of the book, which I believe is the kind of definitive secret as to how you can end up writing more, really making the most out of your writing time. And that is what Chris Fox talks about in the final chapter of his book, and it is mindset. This is something which I have read an awful lot about. It's something I'm naturally very interested in, and that I really try to bring into my life in lots of ways, but especially in my writing, I feel, because it makes such a huge difference. So the chapter is kind of divided into 5 sections about what he means by mindset. So the first of these sections is be positive. So I made a note of my favorite quote from this section, and it is: the easiest way to tell your mind to do something is by believing it's true. I really like this. If you tell yourself and convince yourself that you are the kind of person who focuses when they write, who writes every day if that's something that you want to be able to do, especially during NaNoWriMo, if you are someone who considers themselves to be a professional when it comes to their writing, that mindset will really help you on the way to success. I cannot stress this enough. It seems like such a simple thing to do, and it's not necessarily as simple as it sounds, depending on the mindset that you're going into this with. But if you can at least work towards doing this and framing that in your minds, the difference that it makes is wonderful. Then the next section is that you are the sum of the people you hang around with. If you hang around with people who have the same values as you, who are working towards the same things as you, it can just be so motivating and encouraging. Then next is raise your standards. Basically believe in yourself and push yourself that little bit more to do more for yourself and to achieve more. And then finally is visualize the future. So if you want something, visualize it happening. If you want to be an Amazon bestseller, if you want to win book awards, if you want your book in Barnes & Noble, visualize that happening and how you would get there. And that can be very powerful indeed. So at the beginning of this chapter, Chris Fox states that mindset is everything. I'm not sure if I would quite go that far, but it is really, really important. And it got me thinking about some of the things that I've changed in my mindset in the past few years, particularly in the last couple of years since I began writing again. I had to take a bit of a hiatus from writing for, I think it was about 2 years because of ill health. And when I came back to it, there was a lot that needed to be done with my mindset. I was kind of stuck not believing that I was able to write anymore, or at least that I wasn't able to produce a whole book again and just be reliable enough to take on a publishing contract. So I needed to really switch that mindset and convince myself that I was a professional writer, that this could be my job again, and that I would be able to produce books according to a contract. I could work to a deadline. And it really did take quite a lot of work over a long period of time, but just so worthwhile. I would love to know if you guys have had to shift anything in your mindset, especially if it meant being able to kind of convince yourself of the importance of your writing, because I think a lot of writers, especially when we first start out, people see it as a hobby, even if we try not to, and that can rub off on us. So how do we kind of get into that good mindset of realizing how important our writing is and prioritizing it in our daily lives? I think that's a really, really interesting topic. I really hope that you have enjoyed watching this video and that you have a chance to check out all of the other videos on the playlist by my friends. I can't wait to watch them myself. I know that they're going to have some really great opinions about this book. If you have enjoyed this video, please boop the like button, and if you're not subscribed already, do consider doing so, because we have a lot of fun on this channel, and I will catch you in the next one.